The Senate has blocked a resolution Tuesday aimed at reducing the debate time on district judges and sub-cabinet nominees before a final up or down vote. The Republican effort came in response to what they say is historic obstruction from Senate Democrats against President Trump's nominees. The rule changes would expedite the confirmation process and pave the way to filling hundreds of vacant positions. Debate time for nominees can take as long as 30 hours, and Republicans hope to cut that down to as little as 2. The results were 51 yay to 48 nay, reflecting the sharp divide between Republicans and Democrats on the issue. The resolution required 60 votes to pass. In the days leading up to the vote, Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell and Minority Leader Chuck Schumer penned op-eds in Politico defending their party's positions. McConnell argued that the Democrats are engaged in mindless obstruction that is unprecedented in American history. He wrote, quote, "Our Democratic colleagues made the Senate jump over 5 times as many hurdles as in the equivalent periods in the Carter, Reagan, Bush, Clinton, Bush, and Obama administrations combined. Because of this obstruction, the Senate's progress in filling important executive branch positions has been inefficient. Crucial jobs are still being held empty out of political spite. More nominees whom I suspect would be confirmed without opposition are still being delayed indefinitely because our colleagues cannot finish grieving their loss in 2016, end quote. Schumer responded by highlighting the GOP's history of obstruction and accused McConnell of ramming through nominations in order to take control of the courts. Quote, "For Leader McConnell to brag about confirming more judges than ever before, and then complaining about Democratic obstruction, and say the process is broken so he has to change the rules, is the height of hypocrisy," end quote. In the hour of debate before the vote was held, the parties continued to make their cases. McConnell recounted some of the instances of delayed confirmation votes.
Perhaps more illustrative might be the cases of unobjectionable district court nominees whose nominations were slow-walked through months of idle time, only to receive unanimous support when it finally came for confirmation votes. Last January, four such nominations came before the Senate. Each was non-controversial, each was well-qualified, each, nevertheless, required a cloture vote, and yet after weeks on the calendar, each passed without drawing a single no vote. No one opposed them. And yet it took a week. These were 4 of the historic 128 cloture votes on nominations we had to hold on nominations in this administration's first 2 years. 128. This is comprehensive, across the board, heel-dragging, like nobody in this body has ever seen before.
Democratic Senator Mazie Hirono of Hawaii warned that the rule changes would compromise the court system.
The significant rule change will help Donald Trump and his Republican enablers in the Senate to more swiftly pack our district courts with ideologically driven judges, judges who will make biased rulings in line with their personal ideological beliefs and not based on the law or the Constitution. Our district court judges, appointed by Democratic and Republican presidents alike, have been at the front line of resisting Donald Trump's abuse of power.
Hirono continued to list instances of the court blocking President Trump's agenda, from the detention of children at the border to the travel ban, and accused Republicans in the White House of simply doing the bidding of influential right-wing groups.
These exercises of judicial independence by our district judges is precisely why Donald Trump and his congressional enablers want to make it easier to pack our courts with nominees handpicked by the far-right Federalist Society and Heritage Foundation.
Following the vote, McConnell submitted a motion to recommit the resolution. Republicans may reconsider their approach to securing the rule change later this week. McConnell is considering the nuclear option, relying on a simple majority to reduce debate time on sub-cabinet and judicial nominations. From Radio America, I'm Christian Whittle.